Ministry of Solid Mineral? Or is a ministry of which ministry, which federal processor or ministry has been in charge of the minings in the north? And how much has mining in the north been given, bringing to the
because
federal
they've been looking at the rationale behind this. Of course, the governors argued that the illegal mining has become a major source of funding and logistics of bandits, terrorists, and criminal network operating in the region.
They are not speaking.
That's their argument.
They are now speaking now, but we know it far long ago. So, and you cannot tell me that a serving governor, a sitting governor, a governor who campaigned, who went from place to place, community to community, local government to local government, and campaigned to people, will not know that illegal mining has been the source of sponsorship for insecurity in the north. You cannot tell me. And if that person claims that he does not know, there is a moron and supposed not to even be a governor. So I believe that they knew it, but they felt that it will in one way or the other benefit them. We have seen a sitting governor accusing ex-governor of conniving with the bandits, with the Boko Haram terrorists, to carry out these illegal minings and stock up cash for themselves. And they are using it for various reasons, logistics and procurement and other things. And to the extent that one of the bandit, criminals that was killed had to die with the wealth of one of the governors, without the governor knowing where he kept those things, those goods. You see to that, these things are happening, and I see that it is an injustice to the common interest of Nigeria, this nation called Nigeria. And I think it is a higher time people will begin to ask questions. Who are we? How did we get here? The 1940, is it 1914 amalgamation or what there? We need to revisit it honestly. Because when you look at what is happening now, you ask yourself, in the southeast, we have insecurity. And that will say that insecurity in the southeast actually was bloated by the federal government. The activities they launched against the southeasterners helped to trigger the high level of insecurity. They told them, Oga, before the incarceration of Mazen Nandkan, was there anything like sit at home? Was there anything like the high level of killing? I know that some criminals took advantage of that, of which that even some of the people that were called ESN, unknown gunmen and all that, when some of them were killed, you discover that they were not even from the southeastern extraction. That some of them were people from the north. But they will disguise themselves. If they are carrying gun, nobody will stop them to search and ask, where are you coming from? But however, I'm not in any way exonerating criminal activities that took place or that is taking place in the southeast. But you see the measure with which the Nigerian government and law enforcement agencies were launching attack against communities, killing youths in the southeast. In fact, branding everyone they met as ESN and IPOB and unknown gunmen. And when we saw the force with which they are combating insecurity in the southeast, just walk along Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway and see the number of checkpoints. Go through the route from Abia State to Ebonyi State and see the number of checkpoints. Go through Port Harcourt to Owerri and see down to Onitsha and see the number of. I traveled from Makurdi to Jos, and I can barely tell you the number of this thing I saw along that way. And that's how it is in other places. You see the force with which they were clamping on the Easterners. We begin to ask ourselves, is the insecurity in the East more than the one in the North?
So what's your point now?
My point is that for the governors to rise up now to begin to talk, we can't clap for them. We will only say to them, good morning. Yes, because now they have woken up. This is their morning. When they were starting it, when they were encouraging it, when they were shielding it, they felt that it will all land on maybe the Southerners. Because it's just like what the Western countries did when the COVID came up. They prophesied that if COVID should hit Africa, it will wipe away Africa. And we were waiting. Some of us who were on the altar had to go to God and begin to, intercede on behalf of Africa. God, let this thing not have effect on us. And the thing came. You know that even the little number that were recorded, most of them were political. The COVID came to Africa. Africa subjected COVID. So they felt that this insecurity will sweep the West, the South. And now it is turning out to hit them back.
Let's look at what the northern governors and the traditional rulers concluded as regards the meeting that was held. They said they're also planning to strengthen security by funding and coordinating. They're proposing a regional security mechanism, which each state plus its local government that would contribute a combined 1 billion naira monthly into dedicating regional security funds, trust fund. I mean, that's one of the other things that they looked at. So the governors also argued, like I said, that the reason for this was to stop all of these fundings on logistics for bandits, terrorism, criminal networks operating in the region that is contributing significantly in insecurity. They also want to see the decentralized police, state police, as a more effective, locally responsive way to address numerous security threats, ranging from kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, and currently affecting the northern communities. Now, a lot of this, like you said, he said this is what we just say to them. This is good morning because
it's good morning.
It's long overdue, but it was a right step for them to take. What other step do you think they would have taken?
Number one, let us look at their resolution. First, galvanizing efforts, raising money. If those monies are raised, will they be judiciously utilized?
You think they wouldn't?
I'm just asking the question. So my question should be rhetoric. Let the money they generate be judiciously used for the purpose for which they gather the money. And if they are forming regional security, let it not be state police, because in Nigeria today, state police has not been approved and they cannot force it on anybody. But if they can go ahead to form any kind of security, mechanism that will help them combat the bandits, the terrorism in the north. Let them go ahead and sponsor those things without calling on federal government, because no other region has been given money to take care of their security challenges. And I believe that if the governors can be sincere to themselves, if the traditional rulers who are making some of these bandits chiefs, giving them titles, if the traditional rulers can come out to tell themselves the truth, that this thing is somehow turning against us, we need to stop it, then we'll clap for them. It will be a right step in the right direction, though coming very lately, after so many families have lost a lot of people. There are several breadwinners who have died in the hands of these bandits. And another thing, stopping the illegal mining in the north as a way of curbing the sponsorship of this insecurity. You see that to a large extent, if you stop them from getting money from illegal mining, they will start getting money from kidnapping, paying off ransom. So the best thing is approach this thing holistically. Stop the illegal mining, and not just to stop it, travel to the farthest bush. Make sure that no foreign agent, no foreign personnel is doing anything, excavating our land anywhere in the north.
A good one. Do you think, I was going to ask you, do you see the influence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to this particular decision by the northern governors and traditional rulers?
To me,
because it looks like there's a lot happening with the administration. There's a lot happening with the presidents right now. We'll move forward to our next conversation after this, talking about the defense minister. But do you see his influence in this particular?
I did not see his influence. Honestly, I'm not among the people who clap for someone who is not doing anything as if though he's doing something.
Really?
When it comes to insecurity in Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had not done much.
You think he has no hand in whatever is happening? He has no influence?
If he has influence, if he has hands, and it is just now that he's doing that, I would think that he's playing politics, because, in fact, it has been long ago. He is supposed to have spoken.
No, that's not the conversation we are having. So that's not what we are saying.
I don't see his influence in it. I don't see his influence in it. These northern governors are executives in their states. We had expected that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have done what he did in Rivers State without winking eye to most of the northern states. But he didn't do. So I believe that the northern governors are even more powerful than him. Yes, let me place that accusation. So he didn't do anything to them. They have just reasoned today because they have looked around and they have seen that the insecurity in their domain is actually ravaging their state. And if care is not taken, foreign powers will come in. And when foreign powers will come in, they will not look at them and consider them executives. They will not look at their cronies and consider them VVIPs. They will flush anything they see. And when some of them, whom they know, are sponsors and co-sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria, when foreign powers come, they will fish them out and deal with them squarely. So they have to begin now to shift themselves. Sorry, we have to say the truth, the way we feel about it in Nigeria. There is a law guiding me, and that is called freedom of speech.
Okay, the reason why I said this, so we can touch on other stories and open the phone line, is because on December 1, 2025, that was yesterday, Badara Abubakar officially resigned as Nigerian Defense Minister. His resignation took immediate effect. His resignation later cited health ground as a reason for him stepping down. The resignation was accepted by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who thanked him for his service. Other persons are saying that no, that might not be the reason. It might not actually be as a result of health reason. Nigeria has been going through a lot of insecurity at the moment, and you can place one or two together and say defense minister resigning at this time was maybe as a result of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu seeing that he's not competent enough to hold the situation at the moment.
The question I want to ask to Nigerians is, has Badaru been useful to Nigerians in defense ministry? For the past 1 year, what have you heard coming from the angle of the defense minister? It has always been the Minister of State for Defense, Matawale. In fact, let me stand to say to you that most Nigerians will be surprised hearing the name Abubakar Badaru this morning as defense minister. I'm telling you.
Why?
So he has been useless to us in that office. He has not functioned. He has not performed. He has not done anything. And if at this point they are coming to say he has tendered his resignation on health ground, if he had been sick, I will say that he has been sick long ago. And the man who left him while he is incapacitated in the office knows what he is looking for. Yes, that's why I tell you that it is my duty and my right as a Nigerian to demand accountability from those who are ruling us. The question I'll ask my president this morning is, Mr. President, sir, with due respect, why have you left Abubakar Badaru in the office of Minister of Defense in this war-torn Nigeria, in this terrorism-ridden Nigeria? Why have you left that man in that place till now? And you are telling us that he has resigned. Whether he resigned on health ground or he resigned on dead ground, it's not issue to us.
You know, sometimes we feel that our strength will be tested when the times are tough. Like the scripture will say, faith will be tested with fire. Maybe this is the time the president.
This is not the time Nigerian began to face insecurity. Nigerian was facing insecurity even before Abubakar Badaru was appointed. So everyone Nigerian had expected him to hit the ground running. But he has done nothing. And someone who is commander-in-chief has left him there for 2 years plus now. So while I blame Badaru, I blame the president, and I even blame the Minister of State, Matawale, whom I said that he's like a carpenter fixing somebody's health, bringing a carpenter to repair your car. What does he know about defense? What does he know about security that you brought him in there? So Badaru is not working, Matawale is not working. The chief of defense staff is helpless, only telling us news. Musa Christopher has finished his own and is gone. And his town is being ravaged till tomorrow. And he can still come and talk to us, speak grammar and walk away. Nigeria is a place where once you are connected to the top, your sins are forgiven. Nobody can ask you a question. And now that the new defense minister chief of defense staff have come, we are watching him. We are watching chief of army staff. We are watching chief of air staff. We are also watching chief of naval staff. We are watching the IG. We have been writing a very long note about the IG right from inception. I'm talking about Abetoko. We have been writing a long note about him. When his time is over and he leaves office, we'll write it and read it in the media. Because Nigeria is a place where people come to do whatever they like. So long as the man in power approves of your actions, there's no problem. But it is high time we come out to say no. Oga, the man in power may approve your actions, but if your actions does not tell well to the people to whom you are appointed to serve, we will shout. That is the work of an activist, and that is the work of public affairs analysts. That's why we are doing what we are doing. We are not taking money from anybody. Thank God I'm not in the payroll of anybody. And if anybody comes to tell me payroll me, yeah, I will tell you that if it is about public affairs analysis, don't payroll me. But if you're payrolling me for another service I render, because I do so many things, you can do that.
The
but that will
office
not.
Of the defense staff.
No, if I'm appointed as.
But what do you know about?
I will not take it. Do you know why?
Why?
I do not have the capacity. Nigeria is a place where you place people on positions based on who know who, not based on merit. And those people accept those things. We've seen governors who lack competence, yet they are made governors because they are godfathers with a certain power around the country, around the political scene. We have seen ministers who lack capacity.
When this opportunity presents itself on your table, you will not take it?
On defense? See, I will not take it. The reason is this: I can be consulted. If they will consult me,
very realistic.
I say in the own they will not. I'm saying it on national radio. The whole world is listening to me. That if you call me today and say, come and take the office of the, since Badaru is resigned and Tinubu is shopping for a new one, and say, come and stay, I'll tell you no. And you ask me why, I say, I'm not qualified for it. I'm not qualified for it. What do I know about fighting this insecurity here and there? And you know that insecurity in Nigeria has spread. These bandits, these terrorists have left Sambisa forest. They are all in our backyard, behind our kitchens. They are now in all our bushes, our farms. They have spread themselves. And who allowed them to incubate in Sambisa forest? It is the federal government. And now that they have incubated and have grown old, they have now spread themselves out. And you are saying, let us begin to fight them. I know that there could be some of the suggestions I may give that will help the federal government. If they are consulting me on that basis, I think I will render my services. But if it is to come and chair the office of defense ministry, I'll tell you no.
All right. Let me open the phone lines and let's get reactions. 08135542321, 08135542321, 091-286-30377. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk.
Morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Chijoki. Quiet.
Yes. For the northern governor to come, it also is a direct for admitting that there is ongoing illegal mining, which ordinary is supposed not to be, because all the resources, natural resources, both solid and the belong to the federal government. So, what are we talking about? If this money, that means it's not going to the cost of the federal government, and they have been allowing it over century. And here we are fighting to see how we can quell. That is why I cannot stand with big people and some.
Hello. I think we lost some of that. Keep the calls coming. 081-355-42321, 081-355-42321, 091-286-30377, 091-286-30377. Also, you can call 081-6035-3838, 081-6035-3838. That's the number to call. Any delay or prolonged of the power vacuum could worsen insecurity. You think so?
Yes.
This particular position.
Why I said yes is because military is
very sensitive.
It's a very sensitive organization where the operatives go by command. And if at this point there's vacuum in the office of defense ministry, possibly there will be a bridge in the chain of command. And once that bridge is has occurred, you see that the current will not run through. The command will not run through. So I think that it is very high time Mr. President will, if actually he had noticed the condition of Badaru earlier before now, he should have been shopping for a replacement ever before now. So I expect Mr. President to name Badaru's replacement today, tomorrow.
All right. And when that happens, what might be the realistic expectation?
It is believed
from whoever assumed that office.
It is believed that whoever he will appoint, seeing the incapacitation of the ousted one, whoever he will be appointing now will be based on merit, irrespective of where he's coming from. But let it be someone who has a proper knowledge about Nigerian terrain, Nigerian security system, and how things work in Nigeria. Because in as much as you have the technical know-how, you must understand the terrain and how things work in your environment. So when such person is picked and named the new minister of defense, I expect him to hit the ground running and make sure that these people are wiped out.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Chris.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, I was talking when they
Go ahead.
Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. The issue of appointment or the resignation, to me, is not the mining activity as they're saying that it's not only that. A lot of things that is fueling this crisis, these people have a good agenda. I do tell you, in Nigeria, we have a way of trying to. The main issue is not all about illegal mining, which to me, I don't even support illegal mining. Why should they have illegal mining in the first place? Nigeria is the one geographical road zone that every is supposed to make sure that we apply the same standard, because we can see how the effort they are making here to stop the illegal oil bunkering. So why can't they extend the same thing in other parts of it? Because it means that our national resources is being treated away to the private pocket, and we are supposed to be accruing to the federal government as a custodian of natural resources. But here, that is why we are advocating that equity should be the priority. Just when you allow all this illegality, it means that we are not facing one constitution, and that is the problem we have in this country.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Army personnel or Navy personnel, the person must have attained to both within and outside the country.
Just hold it there. Let's just take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Chief Elect.
The real gift, good morning.
Good morning to you, the big host, Bishop. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Chief Elect.
The real gift.
I told my community that the instrument you use in cleaning your ears, you don't use it to clean your eyes. And for me, that is what happened when Pastor and his former colleague, let me put it that way, because they were both governors, one-time governors. We are made minister for state for defense. The question is, what knowledge of defense do they have other than being governors, past governors, and was there any security reports from security experts or from the military or the security personnel? What other experience do they have when it comes to the issue of security issues? For me, it's resignation. Well, it's a good way out, because I'm one of those that have called for the president to remove both of them, because they can, for me, they are not fit for that ministry. Not because they are not Nigerians, but when it comes to security, security should not be for political gain, for political appointments, for goodness sake. And I think that appointment was political, more political than tactical to tackle the security or alike in this side of the divide. And I think there will be no vacuum, because the Minister of State is there now for defense, is it not? So it's for him to just step up. And while they wait for appointment of substantive whoever to occupy that day. Now, just like you asked the people's bishops, the qualities, which have started reeling out. Of course, we need somebody with security background. It might not be a former military this or that. Even a civilian that has vast security knowledge can make good of that position. For as long as you can command respect from the service chiefs and also from the people within the sector. That's the way I look at this. And I think we have somebody like that within our ranks. I'm talking about our platform, and I believe you know who I'm referring to at this point in time.
Yes, even though
You should be given that opportunity, because the truth is that when you, as I told you the other day, when you use your bare hands to bend iron, any plank when they close to you, they are fear go enter in body. Because when you bring an expert into that ministry, I can assure you, even the people within the periphery will not say the dance don't come out from Jeremy to something else. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, the real gift. You want to agree with the real gift?
Yes, I cannot agree less, because just as I said that whoever must occupy that position must have security ideas and must
but not
have,
just that though.
yeah, you must have knowledge, a wider knowledge about how things work. You must be qualified. You know, you must be certified. You must be a sound. I mean, mental wise. You must also be vast in knowledge, and you must understand the terrain of Nigeria, because you are coming to deal not with just security in the north. You'll be coming to deal with the defense of the country. You know, it's not just to fight insecurity. You'll also plan the defense of the. You can imagine last week, was it last week or thereabout, when about 6 or 8 defense officers, member, or if I would say employees of Ministry of Defense, were kidnapped. And do you know what shocked me? That ministry could not rescue their kidnapped staff. Rather, they got about 4, and the rest, the other 2, are still in captivity. And you can imagine such. So if while in this country, the bandits will enter the defense NDA in Kaduna, and carry out their operations and still go scot-free without us hearing that 10 of the men were gunned down, 20, 50, 100 were gunned down. They will just finish their thing and go. That shows you that if we accuse the military of conniving with these people, one may not be completely wrong. But I don't want to toe that part now. What we are looking for is a replacement for Abubakar Badaru. Let the president not bring another person of Badaru's class, nor Matawale's class. I don't even agree that Matawale should be acting now on behalf of the substantive minister. No. Rather, let 2 of them be shown the way out and let new persons be appointed. Even if there is no minister of state, a minister is a minister, and he can do more than
all right. But how might this affect the morale of the armed forces, especially with several security leadership change happening in quick succession? It has definitely going to affect the morale.
There's one thing about the military. You should know, if you have attended the military training and all that, you discover that if a new man comes now and gives them morale, it will shock you that the morale will go high.
At the moment, the morale now is
very low.
Is resignation and of course
the morale is low among those in the theater of war presently. The morale is very low, because you've had many of them. For a military personnel, no matter how lowly ranked he is, to come out to cry in the social media that they are being subjected to death and all manner of inhuman activities going on in the theater there. It has gone. It is against the ethics, but you see them doing it because when a man resorts to such last this thing, he can't help it again. You saw the young man that was dismissed from the army because he kept his fire while his commander asked him to stop because he saw that these people were coming, and if he stops, he will definitely die. So he had to defend himself and kept firing. At the end of the day, he was dismissed, and Nigerian army didn't do anything about it. And the young man had, it was even shown. We saw it in the social media. And you won't tell me that it is not true. If you say it is not true, then we can track the young man, and except if you kill him. We saw a general, a brigadier general, who came out to say that he was dismissed out of the service and retired compulsorily, even detained for 62 or 64 days, because he fished out the sponsors of this terrorism and captured some of the terrorist leaders. And for that reason, the Nigerian army went after him. So what are we now talking? If a minister of defense comes to say this is what we'll do, and he look out for those people who have connection with terrorism and either dismiss them, retire them, or arrest them. In fact, to me, what I think that should be done is that those people should be arrested and kept in incarceration, because so long as they are, if you dismiss them, they will go back to the society and help train these people or how better to fight. If you retire them, they will still return back to us. But arrest them and keep them somewhere, and keep your eye open for others who might in one way or the other compromise insecurity, and pick them up. This is our country, for God's sake. Nobody is more Nigerian than the other. So if we begin to do this, begin to arrest the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria, and when you arrest, for me, I would have said that since the law now by the Senate says firing squad or death, let them be arrested, charged to court. Once the court gives their verdict, if the court can be sincere, though I have lost courage, I've lost interest in Nigerian judiciary, but if any judge can be courageous and fear God and give judgment, anyone that is convicted, let the person go. Not the kind of conviction that James Omotosho convicted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu without showing the law. Because the convict was asking him to show the law. He didn't show the law. No, that's not the conversation. But we are discussing, and you can't limit me when you have thrown a question open.
That's a very controversial. No, what you
I'm not driving you into that.
No, that narrative, that particular instance is a very controversial.
Do you know why
if we want us to delve into
no,
that,
we are not delving into that. We can't go there. We can't go there. I'm just citing instances.
That instance is not what you're supposed to cite now, because it's very controversial.
Being controversial, it is an incident that happened in Nigeria. So no matter how controversial it is, we must learn to call a spade at every given point in time.
Right.
So if these sponsors of Boko Haram, SWAP, banditry, and all that are convicted, let them go in for it. And once these sponsors are picked and handled, you discover that the men, those little boys in the field, will lose morale. When you stop giving them drugs that turn their heads, and they will be killing human beings and getting joy in doing it, when they come back to their senses, you see that some of them will begin to regret some of their actions. And when you are beginning to reduce their number by killing them, not just going to negotiate with them. If they have taken 50 persons, you go and negotiate and pay, and you collect the 50 persons from them, and they will enter back to the bush. Tomorrow they will go to the other side and collect 30. You go and negotiate again. Who is fooling who?
Right.
How can you tell me that the military will come to negotiate with these people, see them eyeball to eyeball, and they will not be able to bring one person down? They will not be able to bring those men down. And you tell me that it is normal. How many times have they negotiated with anyone in the south?
All right.
Or how many times have they negotiated with anyone in the southeast?
Finally, let's talk about our next conversation before we wrap up. We hear another resignation, at this time on a political scene, political parties now. Governor Adeleke of Osun State has officially resigned his membership from the People's Democratic Party. His resignation letter, dated November 4th, 2025, cites the current crisis within the national leadership of his PDP resignation as the reason why he resigned from the party. The announcement came less than 24 hours before the PDP scheduled governorship primary in Osun State, throwing the party's plan for 2026 into disarray. How is this going to affect the People's Democratic Party?
Yeah, well, everybody who had followed the trend in the PDP would know that things like this are bound to happen. But I will say,
you saw this happening, or you felt it was going to happen all the while?
When Davido was taking Adeleke to the Mr. President, what did you expect?
When Davido
took his uncle to Mr. President, what did you expect?
It was a friendly visit.
It doesn't matter, my brother. If you are in the politics, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So we saw that from that moment, Adeleke was APC in the spirit and PDP in the body. And now, seeing that finally, it is over close to 1 month now when he tendered his resignation, but was still acting in the capacity of PDP governor, attending their meetings and all that. That's why I told you that in the spirit, he was APC or another political party, because for now, he has not mentioned any particular political party wherein he will be going to. But he has just resigned, just like Doyediri of Bayelsa State did. He needed to keep us, in suspense for now. But we saw that finally, Doyediri bounced into something we suspected he would bounce.
What if he surprises us and possibly move to the ADC?
No, for now, we have only one living political party in Nigeria. Sorry to sound that way,
No,
apologies to members of other political parties.
That's extreme.
It's not extreme, I'm just being factual. He can join any other political party, but before he joins, he must have used his one leg to test the waters.
I'm telling you, what if he decides he wants to join the ADC?
No, he's free. Mm-hmm. He's free. He did it as he was resigning, just like Doyediri did. I told you that when Doyediri left PDP, I told you that Bayelsa State was partyless by that time, but we were being hopeful that there will be APC very soon, and finally they became APC. So as it happened in Osun State, I am saying now categorically that since the governors of PDP could not fix PDP, they have no power to fix their state. Why am I sounding like this? Because when P2B came up, the APC said that since P2B couldn't fix Labour Party, he cannot fix Nigeria. When Atiku came up, they said APC said that since Atiku couldn't fix PDP, he cannot fix Nigeria. So let me say to the governors who are now leaving PDP that since you couldn't fix PDP, I'm joining APC this time to shout at that you cannot fix your states.
All right, let's take this go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Quay.
Good morning.
This is Honorable Christian. I greet everybody.
Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. See, the Minister of Defense that, you see one thing, just like me, I don't like to be in any organization where they are robbing Peter to people. If you check my slogan since I started making some comments on national radio, I'll check APC government, how they formed. I didn't see them bringing us out of this quagmire and this kind of cara with things. Good market, when you go to Oyemi, any day Oyemi will say, well, it starts from the morning. Since 2015, 2017 till now, if you have inner eye, you notice that something is wrong with the ruling party. There is skeleton in their cupboard. Remember, like Mohammed told us last time that the names that you give them, that they are careful. They don't want to mention their names. That means they know what is going on. Remember the report from the United States of that. Anytime you are looking for your goat, your neighbor, and the first person to come, that goat, if he be saying don't go far, that goat today for that neighbor house. That is problem that is happening in APC and in the ruling government. They know what is going on.
Okay.
They know what is going on. You know why I'm saying this?
Okay.
They know what is going on. This man now that just resigned, you just resign. Even if in village meeting, when we dey village, they do night vigil. We know through your leg, we will trace you. But this one, the almighty Nigerian Defense Academy, they no feel defeat ordinary touts, Boko Haram, and they miscreant them. They're telling me that they don't know what is going on.
All right.
No problem.
Thank you. Let's and so we can wrap up. Let's take more calls. 08135542321. 08135542321. 09128630377. Concerning Ademola Adeleke.
Yeah. Ademola Adeleke has just resigned. We clap for him because to us, who have been political watchers over time, we are not surprised. We knew he resigned far way behind. I think it was around May, June that his spirit left PDP.
That was based on your...
Yeah, based on my this observation. And coming now to cite the crisis in the party as reason for resigning, yes, he is correct. But my question is, all these people who saw the crisis in the party and could not handle it, because when we were shouting that the PDP Governors Forum should act, Bala Mohammed was here, doing hanky-panky and all that. And as a chairman of PDP Governors Forum, in his very watch, his governors are living, and he could not persuade any of them, and they could not change anything. It is now in the dying minute that they came up to say, we suspend Yeson Wike, we suspend Sam Amadi, and all this and all that. Just it is very, 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 very painful that in Nigeria we don't treat sickness when the symptoms are coming up. We treat sickness when the sick person is no longer talking. When the sickness has taken hold of that person's soul, that is when we begin to treat it. And that is to show the quality of leaders we have brooded over time from 2019. In fact, yes, was it 2019? No, 2009. 1999, sorry. From 1999, this is the quality of leaders we have groomed over time. Leaders who are interested in what they will get and not interested in what they will deliver. There is something I keep telling people. If you cannot be result-oriented as a leader, you have no business with leadership. Come in there to enrich yourself. Look at some of them. After being a governor, they will become so super rich. So super rich to the detriment of the citizens of their states. Some, after being local government chairman, you see them build massive hotel and empire, business empire, that you'll be asking, where did this person get this money from? To the detriment of the people of their places. So I feel so bad. I wish God will help. Maybe in one way or the other, some of us will come to government if the opportunity calls anyway, and we'll begin to show people, because I will know, I'm sure that even if I am appointed, I will show capacity before my appointer will remove me. Because if he says, Oga, this is what I want you to do, I say, Oga, this is what should be done for the people. You will call it, insubordination. Yes, you may call it that, but that is me. We must work for our people. At my age, I can't render eye service anymore. If I don't like you, I tell you I don't like you. If I'm offended at you, I'll tell you, you will know that I'm offended. But if I like what you are doing, let's take, for instance, Governor of Abia State. If he brings somebody like me and say, help me in this area, I will make sure that within 6 months of my stay in that office, you will see workings. If the governor of River State comes to say, come and help us in this area, and I know that I can handle it, I will accept. If I cannot, I'll go to him privately. I say, Your Excellency, please, I am not good in this area. Please, instead, if I have someone to suggest, I'll suggest. If I don't have someone, I'll return back to my house. After all, I have been living in my house before his time. So let our leaders show capacity. What Adeleke has done as a PDP governor, and most of them who have left PDP, Governor Oborowori of Delta, Governor Doediri of what's it called, Bayelsa State, Governor of Enugu State, Governor of Adeleke now, and the rest of them. All they have done has shown that they lack capacity to fix something wrong. Because I am a human. And if I belong to a society and something is wrong in that society, what behooves of me is that I should be able to see to the extent that I fix that wrong in that place.
Let's just take this final call and then take you part of the show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Quickly, let's hear you. Your name, where you calling us from?
Yes,
Okay, Reverend. Welcome, Reverend Ugochukwu. I didn't recognize your voice. Go ahead.
I did a different bishop.
My Reverend, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Happy New Month.
I wish you the same, sir.
Nigeria, the theater of drama.
Aha.
Every day, welcome to a new.
Sorry.
But we will not be tired. because you represent the mouthpiece of the people there. And those who have been chastising PDP you have tried, you have lent your voice in the PDP crisis the last year. And now it has dawned on them. It got me worried when Akabio started mocking from National Assembly principal leaders of PDP. When one of them was defecting, he said, I wonder who will sign your form. And they have achieved their aim that nobody for now will contest any election under PDP because it's factionalized. But I want the PDP to leverage on the statement of Ibrahim Babangida to the marching order he gives to Raki to fix PDP. Let us see if PDP will help you. But my happiness is for the ruling party and others, those who are bent on destroying PDP, know that the PDP is the most viable opposition in Nigeria, whether elected or not. Not even ADC poses any threat to APC. But PDP is the only threat that APC will have. And that's why they are bent on destroying it. So let the voice of the Babangida resonate. And let the PDP go to work and be able to mend their friendship. So that let us see what will be saved at the end of the day.
All right. Thank you, and God bless you. Mr. Nze, let's get a final your parting shot so we wrap up. It's already 2 minutes before we wrap up.
Yeah, my final take on this, number one, those leaving PDP should know that wherever they are going to, should there be trouble in that place, they will still run away. Even in the states they are governing, if trouble ensues in that state, they have no capacity to fix it. So they lack leadership, including Akpabio, who was in PDP yesterday, and when he couldn't fix PDP, he ran to APC. So now, coming to the northern governors, coming to a different path, I think it is a right step in the right direction. Just as I told them good morning in my early speech, make the I'll say to them in Nakwana, Nakwana, and let them now begin to take strong action against insecurity. Most of the people that are carrying out these arms against the citizens of their states, they know some of them. They have interacted with some of them earlier and called them to order, tell them, guys, the business done gas. You can't continue. So please down your weapons before the international communities will come in and begin to mess things up for us here. And let illegal mining stop in Nigeria. Let the chief of air staff, chief of naval staff, chief of army staff, with the spirit which they used to curb illegal oil bunkering in the south and southeast, let them put same energy in fighting illegal mining in the north. Gold and other resources that they are mining over there, plenty of them, too many of them. So let them put such energy and stop the illegal mining in the north. While finally I said to Mr. President, as the Minister of Defense has resigned finally, as you have made us to know, let a competent hand replace him. Do not just go to shop for a political friend
I don't think he would do that.
That does not know anything about security and put there. Put someone who is competent enough, who can also look at somebody's face and say, you are wrong. And not somebody who will say, because you are my tribesman, because you are from the same religious leaning with me, and you'll be playing politics with lives of Nigerians. No, I don't agree with that. So I ask Mr. President to do the needful, and for once, let Nigerians clap for him from this angle, if he should do the right thing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nze, for your time.
Thank you very much.
And this is where we draw the curtain close.
Yeah, thank you very much for relieving me. Now, I think I can give a sigh of relief. Can you say a sigh of relief? You know?
Yes, it's just
much.
that you would have. I feel you would have been able to handle the office of the defense ministry, but you've declined.
See, we have.
I would have.
Do you know why I declined? I have to decline because already the system is rotten. See, number two, I do not have the requisite certificate. I have friends.
Matawale doesn't.
He doesn't have. That's why he messed up. That's why he messed up. So my name I built over the years with blood, and no, I can't allow politicians to rubbish it.
All right,
and I can't allow incompetence. Which you know that no matter how you become a jack of all trades, you have to be master of one.
Exactly. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
All right, next up is the economy. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.